Finally, a video topic that I can get into. Oh yeah, this is a great idea, cookies. I mean, I told Allie we should do some videos about food.
Madge, where'd she go?
Here, Allie. No, Madge, we weren't talking about cookies to eat. Digital cookies, packets of digital data that are used by websites. But since we're here, share those cookies. Hi everyone, I'm sure you've all seen these messages pop up when going to a website. At least you will see these unless your web browser is set to accept all cookies. For example, this website has a pop-up asking you to accept all cookies, but it gives you some other options. I'll accept them all. Digital cookies aren't always good. Some, frankly, are pretty bitter. So do we need to accept them all? Will the web page stop working if we don't accept them? No. In fact, you'll be more secure if you select the option to customize what you accept. In this case, you'll get the screen shown here. It'll vary a little bit from one website to another, but here you have three options. You can select all the cookies, decline all the cookies, or manage, decide which ones you'll take. Before deciding what to do, you need to know basically what cookies are and what they do. Some are safe, but others may be adding to the many spam messages that clog up your email program or cause you to be barraged by more ads. Digital cookies are tiny files that websites store on your computer. They help the site remember information about your visit, making your browsing experience smoother and more personalized. Some are quite helpful to us. Think of them as little helpers that remember your preferences so you don't have to. There are two main types of cookies you should know about: session cookies and persistent cookies. Session cookies are temporary. They disappear after you close your browser or eat them. They're mainly used to keep track of your activities while you're actively browsing a site. And persistent cookies stay on your computer for a set period, even after you close your browser. These remember your preferences over multiple visits, like your login information or what's in your shopping cart. Oh, like when I forget my password, but the computer remembers it for me. Exactly, Madge. But it's not just about convenience. There's another type of cookie called third-party cookies. These are created by websites other than the one you're visiting, usually by advertisers. They track all of your browsing activities across multiple sites to show you personalized ads. So it's like having a nosy neighbor peeking over your fence to see what you're up to. Precisely, and here's where we connect cookies to spam and scam emails. These third-party cookies collect data about your interests and habits. Advertisers or even less reputable entities might use this data to target you with ads. Sometimes they might even sell your information to spammers and scammers. No wonder I keep getting those weird emails about makeup I should buy or telling me that I won the lottery. So what can you do to manage your cookies and protect your privacy? First, you can adjust your browser settings to block third-party cookies. This will help reduce targeted ads and might decrease the number of spam emails you receive. Remember that screen I showed earlier that asked us to select the cookies? If we tell it we want to manage the cookies, we get a screen like this one that asks what types of cookies we'll accept. Here it lists advertising cookies. I'll say no to that. Performance cookies, which may sound okay, but I prefer to say no since it's one more thing the site will track about us. Support cookies for online chat support or customer feedback. Well, if we have a problem on the website, we may want to say yes on those, but otherwise it isn't needed. Then they have the essential cookies that track our login information. Out of all the cookies, this last category is the only one we need to say yes to. The others usually aren't needed. Now, occasionally you may disable a cookie and you see your website is starting to act strange. You can go back in and enable those at any time. Isn't that a lot to go through? It's an extra step. Other than accepting all the cookies, the important thing is to be aware of what the cookies are and what they're doing. If I'm not rushed, I usually tell it to turn off all cookies except for the essential ones I'm eating right now. But I get rushed sometimes too and just tell it to accept all. Now you know a bit more about digital cookies, or a big bite more. And you can be in control of your browsing cookies. Also, make it a habit to regularly clear your cookies. This doesn't just help with privacy, it can speed up your browsing by cleaning out data that's no longer needed. That option is available in the settings of your web browser. And remember, folks, the only cookies you should be munching on are the ones you bake, or that you get from this bakery. That's it for today. Knowing about cookies helps you take control of your online privacy. For more tech tips and tricks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated. Keep your digital life secure and your cookie jar managed.